Welcome back, everyone, to All in the Game. My name is Reginald Johnson, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we have a special presentation, a special episode, because right now we have Tammy Garnes Spates and Elaine Garnes Witherspoon. Their mother's house burnt down on this past Sunday, and they wanted to give a call out to our community about how can they gain some help from her for their mother. So, Elaine, I'll let you get started and tell us what happened to your mother's home.
Okay, on Saturday, I got a phone call from my sister Tammy that my mom's house was on fire, and she said that she lost everything. And my mom was in the house I guess when the fire started. My mom was in the house on the phone with my aunt.
No, she was sleeping.
Oh, she was sleeping.
Yeah, she was
Oh,
sleeping.
she was sleeping, and the house was on fire. And then my mom also takes care of her brother-in-law, and
Mhm.
he's disabled,
Yeah.
and he's not able to speak or talk or anything. And so he told her that there was smoke in the house, and it was just a miracle because he told her it was smoke in the house, and we have never heard him say anything because
Oh,
he's nonverbal. And he said it was
right.
smoke in the house, and so my mom immediately jumped up.
And then she got up and she said she was going to get up and get prepared to go to see her husband in the hospital because he was just admitted in the
Yeah.
wee hours of the morning. And then she realized that there was fire in the living room. And then so she said what she tried to do is she tried to put the fire out, of course, but you can't put an electrical fire out with water.
Right.
And smoke was everywhere. And so she said at that point she realized, there was nothing she could do. So she headed for the kitchen, but the kitchen, of course, that was on fire, and some area was on fire as well. That she couldn't get out that door. So she was like, the smoke had gotten so thick, the Lord had illuminated a light in the house and it showed her to the front door. But of course, the front door was boarded up and stuff in front of it. And,
Hmm.
she was trying to get out of there and she couldn't. And the Lord fixed it where, what's her, smart.
Shanika Smart.
Shanique Smart.
Which is
She said the spirit told her to go back home. She was going to go to Hampton, but spirit told her to go back home. And she was like, okay, why am I going? But then she went back home and she came up to my mom's house and she saw the smoke. And it's like the wind is now it's high. You should be burning. She was like, well, why Mama Susie is got a fire going on? And then
Yeah.
she realized the fire wasn't coming from the back; it was coming from the house. And so she threw her car in park. And as she threw her car in park, she said Benji and I think the other guy's name was Colin. They did the same thing, and they saw my mom trying to get out, and so they bust the front door down and got her out
Oh,
to safety. And of course, my mom was saying that she wanted to go back in and get her purse and her keys so she could move the car and her phone, and they wouldn't allow her to go in. And then all of a sudden, they asked, "Where's Cootie?" And that's the disabled brother, Willie's disabled brother. And
yeah.
so, of course, he was still in the house. My mom said she figured he was behind her, but I guess he detoured to go out the side door, the door they usually come in and out. And
Yeah.
so Neek and Collins and Benji, they bust the garage door down and bust the side door down and got Cootie out as well and stuff. And they were all shaken up and all of that. And but God spared their life. They lost everything. I literally lost everything. I took some pictures and stuff on this morning, and um they got out safely, and right now they're just with my brother Jamie.
Okay. And one of the first questions I have to ask is how is your mom and your uncle doing?
Well, they're doing the best they can do at this time. They're just kind of coping and dealing with. I thought my mom was going to come and be a part of this interview. However, she said she wasn't up for it.
And it is not a
emotionally, she
problem.
Yeah,
said.
she's
She
not.
is in our prayers, and her two daughters are doing enough. So that's fine. Just let your
Mhm.
mom know that she's in our prayers, and to whoever's listening, the same thing. I know that your mom, as far as they pretty much lost everything. I can see the house in the background. And
Mhm.
what's the need right now? Because I know the plan is to rebuild. So what is the, and I know the Red Cross, they kind of helped out also, but what is the immediate need that you and Tammy need for your mom?
Well, what we're looking into is, someone to come in and help clear out the property. Currently, there wasn't any insurance, so we don't know how that bill part's going to go. But any type of monetary assistance or donations, towards maybe getting this place clear, or even, some resources that's available out there, like Habitat Humanity, or anybody that knows that can contribute to a rebuild and
Yeah.
clearing of the property. She doesn't have anything. The only thing she left out of the house with was the clothes on her back, her
Mhm.
pair of boots, and so that's all she had. And then of course, she didn't even have a coat, but the coolie, he had the clothes on his back, well as a coat and shoes. And so yeah, they basically need whatever you can think of, they need, because they don't have anything at this time.
And also, my sister Tammy had given my mom a car. She has a Ford Explorer,
Yeah.
and the car was, because the heat was just so, I mean, high, and then the fire
Uh-huh.
was so hot that it melted the whole entire windshield, and then the front of her car, the headlight. So she's in desperate need of transport, someone to come in and donate their services to repair her car, because she doesn't have any transportation. And
Okay.
so if someone, could help
So
with donating their resources to help with her car, because I don't know what type of,
Yeah, she didn't have any collision on there, so her windshield and her lights and all that stuff is melted. They said the pole fell on it, and so she needs some collision work done to that car, and she needs to check that out thoroughly before she even gets behind the wheel. But like I said, they're literally starting from ground up. There's nothing. There's nothing. I walked through the house. I took pictures on today. There's nothing salvageable in there. So
and it's
yes.
just by also Reggie, God's amazing grace, because in 2018 my baby sister passed away during childbirth, and she was
I
only
remember
33
that.
years
Yeah.
old. Yes, and so my mom has just gone through so much, and our family has gone through so much trauma. And then in 2013, we lost our oldest brother to stage 4 cancer.
Kevin.
So
Yeah.
it's just been one.
yeah.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yes.
and our dad passed away in 2006.
So your mom and your family has been dealing with a whole lot with everything going on.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
community, Hampton County, whoever's listening, we want to be a blessing to this family right now in their time of need. As we celebrate Dr. King's birthday and commemorate his memory, it's all about the community and what can we do to help others. That's the legacy that he left behind, and that's going to be the legacy that we want to leave behind also for this family as they're looking for help. And I know Tammy, you're going to share the GoFundMe information with me. I'll put that in the chat so everyone will have it in the link so they can give that way. What's another way if they wanted to reach out to you and your sister? What can they do? If someone
Well,
Email.
in words of encouragement and come by to kind of help out, whether it be a mechanic, whether it be someone who just clean up, if we knew someone who can raise the house, anyone, how would they be
yeah.
able to contact?
Well, my number is 706 322 6618. Also, I'm reachable by email. T as in Tom, G as in George, S as in Sierra, P as in Papa, A as in Alpha, T as in Tango, E as in Echo, S as in Sierra at gmail.com. Also, I'm on Facebook. They can reach out to me via Facebook. What else?
And
What do you have?
oh, and I have Facebook too. And then also my cell phone number is 325-269-9520. And then I have email as well. E is in Echo, G is in giraffe,
W
W
as
is in
in Witherspoon, I as in Indigo, T as in Tango, H as in Hotel, E as in Echo, R as in Romeo, S as in Sierra, P as in Papa, O as in Oscar, O as in Oscar, N as in November at
gmail.com.
Mhm.
And we can tell y'all sisters, and Tammy, I could tell you military, right?
Okay, yes.
Yes, I am too, though.
Because the way she was spouting out those letters.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. But so with Tammy and Elaine, one thing as you were sharing the story, the person who followed their spirit to be able to go to your mom's house, that's no less than a miracle, number one.
Yes.
Then with your uncle being able to speak, who's nonverbal, who said it was
Amen.
smoke in the house, that's number two. Your
Yes.
mom,
Amen.
they got out there safe, but the next one we're looking for is the blessing of others who kind of make it easier for your family, because that's one thing we don't want your mom and your uncle to have to worry about right now, the financial part of it, because as we stated, she has had enough going on these last couple of years, and we have to be a blessing to your family. So Hampton County and surrounding areas, if we can be a blessing to this family, please feel free to do it. I'll place the information in the chat. And we just want to make sure that they get through this better than they was when they came through before. Total restoration for this family.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
And thank you, ladies.